Today I'm coming to you with 25 of Amazon's most famous viral products. These are products that have 100,000 or more customer reviews or have sold 100,000 or more within the past month. Now I have an entire list. I'm going to link it down in that description box below because there are a few more items that you should know about. You don't want to miss out that I could not include in this video because, well, you know, time is of the essence. If you're watching from your TV or your iPad, you can go ahead and scan the QR code on screen. It will take you to everything in this video. I have been dying to create this video for you because it is so good. I mean, I go through a lot of products on Amazon. I basically am in Amazon every single day for hours at a time. So to have 100,000 reviews or to sell 100,000 units within a month, that's a big deal. There's not a lot of products that meet that threshold. So I've included a few products that are pretty darn close because, well, they deserve the recognition too, and you're gonna want to know about them. At least I wanted to know about them. Enough blabbing, let's get into it, and I will try to not say the word so stinking much throughout this video. Yes, I do read the comments, and you know, sometimes you're just not aware of the things that you say and you do, so I may catch myself in this video, because let's get into it. This booklet, currently at the time of filming, has over 140,000 customer reviews. Now, I initially got this for my daughter so that she could do her homework in the car in the evening when it gets dark out because, you know, here in Minnesota in the dead of winter, it's dark at 5 p.m. And that car ride time between dance and home and to whatever else she's doing is very precious. So she can put it around her neck and then she can do her homework in the car. However, this is amazing for reading books if you are next to your partner. Maybe you are traveling and you want to be able to read your book when it's a little bit dark and you can't quite sleep because you're not in your own bed. You're in, you know, a hotel or resort somewhere. I don't always sleep the best when I'm not in my own bed. Irregardless, there are so many different ways that you can use this. I think they call it a gooseneck light. It's fully adjustable. It folds in half so you can put it in a carry-on. You can put it in your suitcase. You can keep it by your bedside table. I love this so much. I got it in the pink color and I got it in the green color. The green one is in our Suburban because, again, we always have one in our vehicle. The charge lasts quite a long time, I would say. I don't feel like we're charging it that much, and it's just so functional. This is one of those items that when you get it and you start using it, you're like, man, this solves like a really significant problem. I'm not disrupting people. I can do what I need to when it's a little bit dark. The light also adjusts to 3 different levels, just depending upon the brightness that you want at that particular time. Hey, if you don't want to be in a book at night, maybe you want to be on your cell phone, but you want a little extra light, maybe you're crocheting, like who the heck knows? And currently, at the time of filming, under $20. A steal of a deal considering how much use that we've gotten out of this. PAULA'S face polish. Now, prior to this, I had never used this product, nor have I heard about this product, which is kind of rare because I'm into fashion and beauty, you know, but this product is new to me and I have to say I really enjoy it. Now, it's recommended, I want to say she recommends, but who really knows if it's a he, she, they, it, or whatever the pronoun may be, but it's recommended that you start with once a day and then you can work yourself up to twice a day, so morning and night most likely. Over 50,000 people have purchased this within the past month and there are currently over 110,000 customer reviews on this. So this could be for fine lines, enlarged pores, blackheads, and I have to say it really cleansed my face and made it feel really nice, clean, fresh, refreshed, and my skin was not dry afterwards, which is a shocker, especially in the dead of winter here in Minnesota. But stay tuned, I got some really good products for you to solve that problem. So far so good. My experience with this product is awesome. I have to say it helped with oil control throughout the day, and I feel like it brightened my overall skin and complexion. 2% BHA liquid exfoliant, salicylic acid, I believe that's what's found in aspirin, by the way, unclogs and shrinks enlarged pores, smooths and even skin tone, lightweight liquid, absorbs quickly. I have to attest to all of that with this particular product. And you can apply all over your face and neck with fingers or a cotton pad. I opted for a cotton pad because, well, if I don't have to do the touching with the hands on the face, then I don't, but this is good. It's kind of like you went to the spa and got this really fancy facial treatment, but you got to do it in the comfort of your own home for pennies. CeraVe cream. Now, I got it in the lotion version. I also actually have the eye cream that I use every single night, and I've totally maxed out on it. I've used it all up. It's very good. It's very hydrating. I mean, I slop it on my eyes. Now, the eye cream is not what's included in this video, but I'm sharing it with you because it's also very good. So I opted for this version of the CeraVe cream. I don't know why I went with this one rather than the other one. I think it's because I wanted the pump version, which would be easier for my kids to access so they can be more self-sufficient hydration and independent. Moisturize and helps restore the protective skin barrier, and I have to say it does that. But the lotion is awesome. It goes on really nice. There's not a smell really to it. I mean, everything has a smell to some extent, but it is labeled and marketed as fragrance free. You can put this all over your body. If you have sensitive skin, this is also perfect for that. I love having lotion all around my house. We have one in our kitchen. I have them in my office. I have them in my purse. I have them upstairs because it's just so dry, and my cuticles tend to get dry. My hands get dry. My kids' hands get dry, especially being outside in the cold winter. And just no more dryness, no more itchiness, no more redness. CeraVe to the rescue. Now, the stats on this product are mind-blowing. Over 100,000 sold within the past month and over 140,000 customer reviews. And 4.7 out of 5 stars, which is huge considering the amount of reviews on this particular product. The price point, like phenomenal when it comes to beauty products, skin, hair, health. Moving into a #1 bestseller, this Chom Chom Pet Hair Remover. Now, I had seen this viral on Instagram. I don't currently have any pets. However, within the next year and a half, we're hoping to get 2 little kittens. But as an aside, I thought, well, let's just try this on my carpeting. I don't have pet hair, but could it pick up what my vacuum left behind? And you know, I like to keep a nice tidy house. So in my eyes, my carpeting is just clean. It's fine. We vacuum the stairs every single week. I'm always picking up different things. Well, my friend, I was utterly disgusted yet impressed with this Chom Chom roller. By the way, that marketing, the name, awesome. So all you do is like roll it over your carpet. It doesn't like roll like I thought it was going to, but there's some friction, and I get why it's like that. So you go like this on your carpeting, and then you push the button on the side, and this is quite dirty. I mean, it did its job. You just push this little button here, and then you can see I still got stuff trapped in there. I couldn't get it all out. Then you just can move this back and forth should you need to, and it just like even more, yeah, like look at this, even more dropped inside this canister. So can you imagine if I had a pet, the magic that this would do? I mean, with 4 kids, I kind of feel like I have 4 pets that destroy the house. You gotta feed them, you know, you gotta clean the bathrooms. When they're babies, you wipe the butts, pick up the poop, you get the point. But yes, this is really good. Now I'm angry at my vacuum, and it is a really good vacuum. Like, it's because this is so good. All this talk about these products has got me hot. This is so fun. By the way, I always get asked about my outfits when I film. If it's ready, I will link it in the description box below. Otherwise, make sure you follow on Instagram at Andrea Jean Co, because I will post the exact outfit that I wore today on there, and then I eventually post it on YouTube Shorts. However, on YouTube Shorts, YouTube does not allow clickable links, so that's a little bit challenging. So if you want easy clickable links sent directly to your DMs, do make sure that you follow on Instagram. This Veggie chopper, #1 bestseller, hands down amazing. You can spiralize, you can chop different sizes. I mean, if I'm making a cowboy caviar, you got the peppers, you got the onions, you literally just set it in there, and these blades are so nice and sharp, and you push down on the lid, it just pulverizes them. I mean, you're just gonna wanna be careful. I also love how it stores away so nicely. You know, I love things all organized and neat, especially in the kitchen and the closet. But it comes with all of these nice contraptions so that you can spiralize different sizes and shapes. I have used it for that, but mostly I tend to use it for the chopping rather than having to get a knife out and deal with that. And sometimes I'm worried I'm gonna chop a finger off because, you know, I get a little distracted. I got 4 kids running around. So this is like no nonsense, does what it needs to, stores nicely, cleans up nicely. I can't say enough good things about this. And did I mention this is a #1 bestseller? What are the stats on this baby? Over 50,000 thawed. Over 50,000 thawed within the past month. However, over 124,000 customer reviews. That is a lot. That's up there. The Dash egg cooker, #1 bestseller. I am obsessed. It comes in a lot of different cute color options. In fact, you can even get a double-decker version, so you can do double the eggs. I don't want to get out a bowl or a pot, not a bowl. I don't want to get out a pot and have to boil water and wait for the water to boil and deal with cleaning the pot. I don't want to have to put the eggs in the oven and preheat the oven and then bake them in the oven. I just like pulling this little Mrs. Dash out of my cupboard, poking a little hole in the eggs, and then popping it in. It cooks, I would say, I timed this once, but I can't remember, but it's between 10 and 15 minutes, and the little buzzer will go off and sing to you when your eggs are ready. Then all you want to do is rinse them under some cool water if you want to. I don't always do that. Sometimes I just skip that step, and you have the perfectly hard-boiled eggs. We always keep hard-boiled eggs on hand because they're filling. They're a good source of protein. In fact, I like putting them on salads. I like mixing them with noodles. Is probably what I'm going to do a little bit later today for lunch. So many options, and they're so affordable. I'm going to link a couple Mrs. Dash in that link down below because there is a high sell risk for some of them, and I want you to be able to get the double-decker option should you want to. I mean, that's amazing. I wish I had purchased the double-decker option because we go through those hard-boiled eggs like crazy. You can buy pre-made hard-boiled eggs at the store, but you're gonna pay a markup price on them. And I don't think they taste as good because they've been sitting in those fridges for quite some time, and who knows just what has happened. This Maybelline Age Rewind, I have been using this for years, but little did I know this was part of like the Amazon famous products, if you will. Sometimes my brain thinks too fast and my mouth can't keep up. I know some of you comment that I speak really fast. If only I could speak as fast as the thoughts going through my head. Wow, that would be a little bit insane and crazy. But anyway, I digress. This is awesome. It comes in a lot of different colors and shades. I love that you just twist it. It's all moist at the top. You put it right under your eye and then you can dab it in. This works awesome for correcting the dark under eye circles. If you just need a little touch up during the day, it feels really good on your skin. Again, I swear I want to say that I've been using this since high school. Like my memory tells me, Andrea, you were using this in high school. Now, I've tried a lot of different products here, there, and everywhere, but I always come back to this because of the application. It works. It's not drying. It's not flaky. Great product. And the price is awesome. Over 10,000 sold within the past year. And get this, over 230,000 customer reviews. I think that's the most customer reviews I've seen on any product, but let's just stay tuned. We'll see. You won't even believe this one. This NYX Butter Gloss. You know, I'm a connoisseur of all the lip care. I loved it so much. I purchased it here in 5 different colors, if you will. I keep it in this nice little organizer. If you are new here, like I'm an organizing and cleaning junkie. I've made hundreds, if not thousands of videos on this channel about that. So I love to share a good organizing product with you. Anyway, back to these. They literally feel like butter on your lips. They're so many different color options. They feel really good. They're like $5. I can't even believe it. I should probably just throw one on here on camera with you. Let's do one that's kind of matching my lip tone. It's just a little bit of a smell, but nothing like, it's kind of just like sweet. It goes on so nice. So oftentimes I will put this on over lipstick. This is why I have so many. I like to throw them in my purses, keep them in my desk. I'll throw them over lipstick because, you know, sometimes lipsticks or matte lipsticks can tend to get drying and you just want to touch it up a little bit. This is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And again, like $5. Valentine's Day is just around the corner. So if you wanted to get a bunch of these for somebody, like this would be a really great gift. I was going to say price point, but all of the above. Over 120,000 customer reviews on the NYX Butter Gloss. This Olaplex oil. Now you can use this on wet hair. You can use this on dry hair. It literally is like silk to your hair without the grease. So I like to use it on my ends, but I also like to use it up in this area, especially if I have flyaways. Now here in Minnesota in the winter, we get a ton of static electricity. It gets very dry. And if I can like ward that off, that's what I'm going to do. And this works great. I've included this one because it is pretty close and I think it will get to that 80,000, 90,000 customer review threshold in no time at all, but it's about 57,000 customer reviews and over 30,000 purchases within the past month. This is a great product. And 4.7 out of 5 stars, which is a great rating considering all the reviews on this. This is awesome, especially in the wintertime, but perfect for wet hair and also perfect for dry hair. I get asked Andrea Jean, what is your favorite cleaning product? And it's hard to say, but it probably has to be this little green machine. It's a #1 bestseller. I know that they have newer versions out of this, but I've just kept holding on to the one that's been working for me. I do need to clean these couches. It's been several months now. I have white couches. Many people are appalled, like, Andrea, 4 kids, why do you have white couches? And it's because what we try not to eat out here as they've gotten older. That's getting a little bit harder because, well, they have minds of their own and I can't watch them all the time. But I digress. But the couches have remained pretty white considering all things. But my friend, if you have not cleaned your couches or your furniture or your chairs recently, just clean them. It's very satisfying. If you are worried about any smells within your home, it could be due to your carpeting. It could be due to your furniture. Those are usually big culprits. Or maybe your garbage disposal, which we'll get to here in just a second, or your washing machine as well. I got your smells covered in this video. Little green machine, hands down, ride or die. Love this. I've showed it so many times on this channel. And for stats, we're looking, this is really close. #1 bestseller, 96,000 customer reviews. The Crest Whitestrips, #1 bestseller. I love using these just when I feel like I need a little glow up on my teeth. I always get comments about how white my teeth are. Genetics, good hygiene, just overall good health, I think plays a big part in that. But I do like these Crest Whitestrips. Oh my God, Crest Whitestrips. Now this is a true Amazon famous product and for good reason. Over 100,000 have sold within the past month and over 100,000 100,000 customer reviews. I've tried a lot of different white strips. Don't mess that up. And nothing has compared to the Crest version. All you gotta do is open it up, take the little stickies off. I put the longer one on top and the shorter one on the bottom. If you do notice any teeth sensitivity, I'd recommend, well, don't leave them on as long. And two, maybe check with your dentist to see if there's something going on or any underlying issue. I've been using Crest Whitestrips since high school. And that was a long time ago. I'm turning 41 this week. Oh my gosh. Definitely don't feel it though. This Vanicream, I mean, it's getting to the threshold of the Amazon famous products, but I had to include it because one, the amount of units that have sold within the past month, and two, the amount purchased within the past month. This product is awesome. I love the size of it. I love the pump. It's for sensitive skin, free of dyes, fragrance, masking fragrance, lanolin, parabens, and formaldehyde releasers, accepted by the National Eczema Association. It truly doesn't have much of a smell to it. A dermatologist tested. This is a highly rated product. I started using this a couple months ago as part of a gifts video. I was trying out some new things and this was on the list. I'm sure, my friend, that this will reach that threshold in no time at all, especially in the winter months here, but this is awesome. And the price point currently, like $13 for this. These Medicube Deep Capsule Cream. Now, it's getting close, and the reason I'm including this is because several of the Medicube products, which I will talk about maybe a couple in this video, have reached that 100,000 reviews or purchases within the past month. This is awesome. It feels so good on the skin. It has this jelly in this little capsule. So you grab the little capsule with the little wandy thing here, put it on the top of your hand just to mix it all together, and then put it on your skin. And your skin feels like it has this very porcelain protective barrier. Let it soak into your skin, and your skin is just gonna feel so supple, so soft. I think this, compared with that PAULA'S, which was the exfoliant, worked great, but I also am gonna show you another toning pad here in just a second that has sold 100,000 units within the past month. But these products are amazing. This is a newer one I wanted to show you, and I'm sure in no time this will also meet that criteria. This is so fun to use. It works. You could use it day or night. I typically tend to use it in the morning with my skincare routine, but so good. And some of the products that I've included in this list are going viral on Instagram. I mean, they are getting millions of views on them, which means, well, in no time, they're gonna join that 100K team. These eye drops, I first discovered them on Instagram. Like, all these Instagram influencers are talking about these and promoting these, and I'm like, okay, I gotta give it a whirl. I have to say, they really hydrate your eyes. I love this, especially in the wintertime when it is dry out. And over 100,000 of these have sold within the past month. Now, it's been a while since I've done an eye drop. I used to have to be trained in this. I used to work in group home, whatnot. I won't get into it. Serving medications, helping people, sort of that thing, mental health, substance abuse. That's what I did prior to doing this full time. But I'm like, how do I do this again? I don't know. I don't wear contact lenses, but I believe you pull down. First, I tried the corner of mine. I'm like, no, Andrea, that doesn't feel right. I believe that you pull down here and then you drop it into your eye. So if I'm completely wrong, I'll enlighten us in that comments box below. But I have to say, this worked awesome. It felt really good on my eyes. I'm also going to look forward to using this on those days that you just wake up, you didn't get enough sleep, you look tired, and you're like, I just need to make this look like it's more refreshed and hydrated. So this is definitely going to be in my back pocket. I mean, not literally in my back pocket, but you know what I mean. Bathroom, easily accessible. Moving into a #1 bestseller, these active disposal cleaners. I love these. I always have a ton on hand. I just use them whenever my garbage disposal is getting a funky smell on the inside. Just trickle a little water in your garbage disposal, plop this in, turn the garbage disposal on. It's going to foam up really nice and it's going to smell really nice. And then once, you know, the garbage disposal is eating all this up and the foam starts to, I guess, dissipate back into the drain, I run the water a little bit, have hot water, and you are set. It works magic. I show this in action a lot on this channel because the product is so good. Did I mention this is a #1 bestseller? I have included several #1 bestsellers in the list that maybe didn't reach that 100K mark because that is very challenging to reach. Ride or Die, I swear by them. They're excellent. They continue to be #1 bestsellers, and this one is it. So, stinky garbage disposal, want to freshen up your space? Try these. The stats on this next one, mind blowing. I mean, this actually is probably the top performer, if anything. Are you ready for it? The Affresh washing machine cleaner. Now, many washing machines have partnered with this brand. It'll actually have an Affresh washing machine cleaning setting on it. All you do is throw this in your drum, run it on a hot cycle, a normal cycle. I typically do quick washes, which is around 25 minutes, but I'm going to do the long wash whenever I do something like this because I really want to clean the inside. And my washing machine gets stinky pretty fast because I'm doing so much laundry. And I also do use fabric softeners, which I like fabric softener, what can I say? But I also have a front-loading washing machine, so it has those rubber seals, which just house so much bacteria on the inside. I have a love-hate relationship with front-loading washing machines and dryers. I miss my top loader. Truly, I do. I know they're not as cute. They're not as fun, they're not as up-to-date or modern, but they're way more functional than having to like squat down. And even if you put your front-loading washing machine on pegs or pedestals, depending upon the height of them, you're just like, I don't know, they're not my favorite. I won't talk about it anymore, you get the point. But these are amazing. All right, the stats. Over 100,000 sold within the past month, and shall I say, over 320,000 customer reviews. Like how did they get that many reviews? Who are they paying? I'm just kidding. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, but that's a lot. You know why they've sold so many? It's because they partner with Magtag and Whirlpool. Now I get it in a manna, so there's that, but it's a great product. Another #1 bestseller, this Biodance face mask. I've showed a lot on this channel, so I'm not gonna like go on and on about it, but this is so satisfying to use. You're gonna put it on your face at night after you wash your face is typically when I like to use it. And it's gonna feel like a mask, if you know what I mean. But as it soaks into your skin and absorbs all of that moisture, you're gonna wake up the next day and you're just gonna peel it off, which is really satisfying too. And it's gonna feel like a baby's fresh bottom on your face, like perfection. Over 100,000 of these sold within the past month. I like to use these about once a month or so. You certainly could use them more or less. Well, hello, scary, I know, but this thing is like magic on your face. So I just went live on Amazon. I'm gonna link the replay down below. A lot of pieces I pulled, great for Valentine's Day, but just like, oh, we're slipping, classic pieces that you can interchange and just really, really good look. So I'm gonna link that. And then this, by the way, has sold over 100,000 within the past month. Yes, it has. And you'll see why in the morning when I pull this off, how good this is gonna look. I just put it on, so it's still a little bit slippery and needs to work its way into my skin. But if you have not yet tried this mask, I'm gonna recommend it. I'm not a huge fan of like the whole face mask thing. Like something about it feels a little suffocating to me. I'm not gonna lie. However, despite all that, the benefits of it are worth like the half hour of this mask working its way into my skin. And it makes me just like sit down, relax, put on a show, and kick up my feet. Another #1 bestseller, this Mighty Patch. I'm like, where has this been when I was in high school and had all those pimples? Now, I will still get some pimples here and there. Typically how I use this, you can use them in the day, but if I have a pimple that I want to pick, that I can feel it's starting to bulge out of the skin, especially around that time of the month, ladies, when hormones are like, the crazy train is here. At least that's how I feel. You're gonna put it on your pimple, and then this patch is gonna absorb everything that's like in there somehow magically, and then you just peel it off and you can see, and your pimple is either gone or greatly diminished, where you're not gonna pick at it and cause a scab and cause any bleeding and cause any more spreading of the pus on your face, which can cause more pimples. So these are awesome. Like this would have saved so much time and energy when I was a teenager and in college. Guys, don't judge. I can't sleep. It's almost 2 a.m. I've slept for like 3.5 hours, so we're good to go. But I want to show you this. I had this terrible pimple yesterday, and I put the pimple patch on, and I'm going to pull it off for you. It's just so much better. Can I show you this? Oh wait, hold on. There we go, right there. It like completely removes the pimple. This was like white and needed to be popped, and now it just looks like flush skin. Amazing. You've never used this, give this a whirl. I'm gonna get some work done, do some laundry, and maybe sleep sometime today. Over 100,000 purchased within the past month, and over 180,000 customer reviews. Dun da da, this cuticle oil, #1 bestseller. I think I shared this back in December. It was my first time using it, and a little goes a long way. I use this multiple times a day on my cuticles, but you could use it all over your hands. It has a nice scent to it. I like the nail salon, just put it in this little, I don't know, ramekin type thing. I don't even twist the cap on, so I can just easily pull this out at my sink. I don't have to deal with twisting it or whatnot, but it has a nice smell to it. This actually, once I shared this became a #1 bestseller from all of you guys, and it is so good. I'm still using this. Over 129,000 customer reviews, 4.7 out of 5 stars. And get this, at the time of filming, like $9. I know. It's that good. In fact, I feel like I'm needing a little extra touch up, especially here around the thumbs. Like maybe I'm extra tuned to it because I'm like filming and can see my hands and like the dry skin. No, feels so good. Absorbs in there. Just a fresh, clean scent. I don't know. So good. This castor oil. Now I had purchased this several months ago. I used to get lash extensions, and when I got those taken off after a year, I just was looking for something that would nourish my lashes and your eyebrows and your scalp and your skin, basically everything. And I love it because it's all natural. It did come with little brushes to apply it onto your eyelashes. But the woman who also does my hair and owns part of that salon, she had the same experience. She's like, what is that oil that you recommended? I'm like, this is the one. This is the link that I sent her. A little goes a long way when it comes to this. This is also excellent for your cuticles to keep them nice and moist. You can even use this on your hair, which I mentioned your scalp, but you can use it on any part of your hair. This works awesome. And at the time of filming, this is like $7 or $8 a steal, considering you just need like 1 drop or 2, depending upon where you are applying this. And over 118,000 customer reviews on this castor oil. It's like thick. You can see right there how concentrated and nice this is for replenishing. Looking back when I got lash extensions, I know you guys will probably all say this too. I know my mom would probably say this to me. I loved them and I thought it was the greatest thing ever. But then when I had to get them off, I was kind of forced to because I was having a reaction with my eye. I am like, oh, you look way better without them, Andrea. Oh, okay. Yeah. So anyway, you guys get to experience all of my beauty flops, knots, and well, whatever a positive ring to that would be. But yes, lash extension. I mean, they were really popular for quite some time. I think that's probably why I jumped on it. And then I just became obsessed because then everyone else around me where I live also had the lash extension. So it just became normal. But once I got them off, I'm like, no, natural is the way to go. So if you have a teenager, you have a granddaughter in your life that is wanting to get the lash extensions, just have her listen to me in my experience of them, or maybe not. I don't know. You know, everyone has a mind of their own. Sometimes we have to experience our own things to make and form our own opinions. But if you were on the other side of this camera and you're like, girl, those lashes are horrible. I now agree with you. Okay, back to this. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong, when I make mistakes, when I mess up, when I say something dumb. A lot of humility goes on here. I think that's just being, you know, a mom of 4 and just, I don't know, maybe life experience. And if you can't laugh at yourself, like what are we doing here, people? Moral of the story, I try to work hard, but I don't take life too seriously. I appreciate it and enjoy it, but I don't want to sweat the small stuff if I can at all help it. Another #1 bestseller. These Medicube toner pads. Now these sell out, then they're back in stock, and they sell out, and they're back in stock. These are awesome. These are wonderful. Over 100,000 purchased within the past month. It comes with little tweezers so you can pull out the pad. It's very refreshing on your skin. A nice fresh scent. I love using this because when I was filming this for you, I had, this is going to gross you out probably, washed my face the night before, and then I had just showered, well, it was this morning, and washed my face in the shower, wiped it down with the washcloth. But then I was like, there's no way I'm going to collect any more junk on my face. And I did. The pad was like brown. And, you know, apparently my hands and the scrubbing and the little exfoliant in my face wash was not enough. Like this really does the trick. So not only does it tone your skin and help with your pores and help your skin feel more refreshed and rejuvenated, but it's going to pick up any leftover something or another on your face. I use it on my neck as well. These are awesome. And I think we're doing good. I don't think I've said the word so stinking much in this entire video. And if I have, I know you'll let me know. Color, wow. So I have been using this for quite some time. It was like viral on Instagram or something like that over a year ago. And then I'm in my hair salon. It's a really nice hair salon where I live. And the lady who does my hair is a part owner. And I see this on the wall and I'm like, oh, so this is like a big deal. It's not just like an Instagram circulating thing. But this, wow, you put it on your hair when it's wet in different sections and then you blow dry your hair because it is heat activated. Now it says that this lasts up to 3 to 4 shampoos. I tend to use it, I don't know, whenever I think about it, maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, maybe every other week. I don't know. This works great. It helps with humidity. Really good. My hair is so soft. It is fluffy, soft, just super good. I don't know what's in this stuff, but it works. Over 105,000 customer reviews. The first time I bought this like little version and I used all of that up. So then I went with the big mama right here and I'm glad that I did. This Zevo. Now this is a #1 bestseller and let me just tell you, like turn this around, you can see all these fruit flies that I've collected in there. Now in the garage in the summertime and like spring and fall, we keep it in our garage to collect all the flies buzzing around and it works fantastic. Also we keep one in our kitchen on an everyday basis, particularly by our fruit because, you know, fruit flies come in, they like to hang around, but this just traps them in place. I didn't even believe it. I got this last summer and I had filmed it, that this was like, I'm like, how does that even work? Is that a real thing? But it does. As you can see, it's been collecting those babies. So big flies, little flies, just things flying around that shouldn't be flying around in your house, this has got you covered. So it's not only a great summer piece, but it's all year round. No weird fly traps. I used to have these little apple things that you'd put little apple cider vinegar on and then you'd have to put it by your fruit, and I showed that on this channel and that was a great product. However, if I don't have to have something sitting on my countertop with a vinegar sort of smelling solution in it and I can just put this in the wall and plug it in, done. And the fact, this is #1 bestseller. These bed sheets, #1 bestseller. I have purchased 2 sets for our primary bedroom. Both of my boys have these sheets on their bed, by the way. I purchased all white, but they come in a ton of different color options and different sizes. And then both of my girls' rooms also have these sheets. Hotel luxury. They feel really good. They wash nicely. They are more wrinkle resistant than any other sheet that I have purchased before. They feel luxurious. They feel really nice. Oh God, we might have reached the winner here when it comes to customer reviews. Can you guess how many customer reviews on these bed sheets? Over 420,000. That's insane. Wow. Wow, and 4.5 out of 5 stars, which is really good considering that amount of reviews. Typically when you have a lot of reviews, the rating, the 4-star, 5-star rating will tend to go down based on statistics, but this has held its own. It's really only the bed sheet that I will purchase if I do want a different color other than white. This is the brand that I go to. Let's land on this baby, this EOS body wash. I was like, what? This is on the list? It smells so nice. It's called Shea Butter Cashmere Vanilla Cashmere. Now, I don't know that it smells like vanilla cashmere. In fact, my husband was like, it's kind of got a nutty, almondy vibe to it. Oh, in fact, he just walked in the door. Speak of the devil, it's like I manifested him in here. But this smells really nice. I think you have to try this if you've never bought this before to let me know what you think about it. But it's for sensitive skin, sustainable natural shea, wild grown. It does in fact feel really good on the skin. I love the smell, but I wouldn't have thought that vanilla cashmere smelled like this. Anyone else? Can you let me know? Let's talk about the stats on this. Over 90,000 purchased within the past month. Who knew? And 4.8 out of 5 stars. So very, very close. And I want to say this was a #1 bestseller at some point. Around $10 for this body wash, and a little goes a long way. I just want to keep smelling it. The smell. Yeah? I know. Like fresh, clean, like, I just want to eat it. Don't do that. Okay, let me know your favorite product down below. Were there any on these Amazon famous products that surprised you? #1 bestsellers, almost 100,000 sold, 100,000 reviews or close to it. Just products that are really like, they should just get a medal or a trophy because they're doing great. Make sure that you're following me on Instagram, especially Instagram stories at Andrea Jean Co, where I post daily deals. Also, if you like live content, I've been going live on Amazon every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Standard and every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard. So it's like the uncut, unedited version of yours truly. We have a ton of fun. So I will link that down below, my storefront, where you can join me live. And we have got to keep the fun going. So click this video on screen now, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you, my friend, in the next one.